Christopher Columbus, whose name is shrouded in glory and myths, was an outstanding explorer, navigator, and a skilled cartographer, whose fate was closely linked to the discovery of the New World. In pursuit of the dream to find a direct route to India by sea, Columbus set foot on land that would later be named America, becoming the discoverer of these vast territories for Europe. Despite his undeniable achievements, his life was overshadowed by the fact that he never fully realized the scale of his discovery, dying with the belief that he had merely found a new route to Asia. Thus, Columbus remains a figure embodying both triumphant success and an almost Shakespearean tragedy of his achievement's unfulfilled grandeur. Mystery envelops the details of Christopher Columbus's birth, or Cristobal Colombo, as he is called in Spain. Scholars still cannot precisely determine his birth date, suggesting that the event occurred between August 25 and October 1451. In those mysterious autumn days in Genoa, in the family of Domenico Colombo and Susanna, the future famed navigator was born. However, even the city of his birth remains shrouded in mystery, sparking heated debates among several Italian and Spanish cities, each vying to claim themselves as the birthplace of the distinguished explorer. These places compete for the honor of being named the cradle of one of the most iconic historical figures, who left an indelible mark in the history of world discoveries. In the modest and hard-working Columbus family, where the weaver father Domenico tirelessly sought ways to improve life, values were nurtured that shaped the future great navigator. Columbus's mother, caring for 5 children, including Christopher, became a source of strength and inspiration. Family unity was especially evident when 2 of Columbus's brothers joined him in thrilling sea expeditions, demonstrating an unbreakable bond and support in the face of vast oceanic expanses. Christopher Columbus and his family, thanks to financial support from wealthy Corligionist Marinos, received a quality education, allowing Christopher to later study at the prestigious University of Padua, one of the oldest in Europe. There, he not only reinforced his knowledge of the Earth's sphericity, but also met the astronomer Toscanelli, who proposed to him an alternative maritime route to India, significantly shorter and safer than the traditional overland route. This encounter became a pivotal moment that steered Columbus towards his historic maritime expeditions. Columbus's first expedition began on August 3, 1492, when he set sail from the Spanish port of Palos on 3 ships, the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and the Niña. His goal was to find a western sea route to India. About 2 months later, on October 12th, the expedition reached the Bahamas, believing they had arrived in Asia. After exploring some of the islands in the Caribbean basin, including what are now Cuba and Haiti, Columbus returned to Spain, arriving there in March 1493. This voyage marked the beginning of European expansion into the New World. Columbus's second expedition started on September 25, 1493. This time he led a fleet of 17 ships with more than 200 people on board, including settlers, animals, and seeds for agriculture. The goal was to establish Spanish colonies in the New World. The expedition reached the island of Dominica in the Caribbean Sea, and then explored significant parts of the Caribbean basin, including Puerto Rico and Jamaica. Columbus also founded the first significant European settlement in the New World, named Isabela, in present-day Dominican Republic. The return to Spain occurred in 1496. Columbus's third expedition started on May 30th, 1498, this time leading a fleet of 6 ships. The goal was further exploration of the New World and searching for a direct route to India. Columbus reached the continental part of South America for the first time, arriving at the island of Trinidad and then exploring the coast of Venezuela, becoming the first European to reach the continental part of America. During this expedition, the Orinoco River, a major South American river, was discovered for the first time. Afterwards, Columbus returned to Haiti, where he faced problems and dissatisfaction among the colonists, ultimately leading to his arrest and return to Spain in chains in 1500. Columbus's fourth and final expedition began in May 1502. He commanded 4 ships with the goal of finding a passage to the Indian Ocean. Columbus reached the coast of Central America, exploring the territories of present-day Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. He sought a western passage to the Indian Ocean, but was unsuccessful. During the expedition, his fleet encountered severe storms, the ships were damaged, and he was forced to spend an extended period in Jamaica waiting for assistance. Ultimately, Columbus returned to Spain in 1504, where he spent the remainder of his life until his death in 1506. Christopher Columbus, whose name is inextricably linked with the discovery of the New World, did not actually become its nominal discoverer. That honor of naming went to another explorer, Amerigo Vespucci. Unlike Columbus, Vespucci was the first to prove that the lands Columbus reached were not part of Asia, but a completely new continent. His detailed letters about his travels in the Atlantic and his convincing arguments that these lands were not India prompted cartographers to revise world maps. Thus, the newly discovered land was named America after Vespucci, leaving Columbus without this honorable recognition. This curious twist of fate adds drama to the story of great geographical discoveries. By the end of his life, Christopher Columbus had lost almost everything: money, privileges, and status. Unsuccessful negotiations with the king never returned him to his former greatness. Columbus considered his main failure to be that he never found a sea route to India. Instead, the continent he discovered was named America after another navigator, Amerigo Vespucci. The great traveler died in 1506, and even after his death, his remains found no rest, having been transported several times at the will of his son. Today, his ashes are located in Seville, Spain. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications by clicking on the bell.